privileged.
It is true.
Is it worse to have a personally arbitrary opinion on things like murder, or an arbitrary opinion written in a book from 2,000 years ago by an unknown author?
At least,
Damn, that's an uppercut.
This is a great question. I've talked about this to people before. They bring up this. Here's the thing. At least it's not self-admittedly arbitrary. Other people will say it's arbitrary, but at least you are not.
The problem with something. What is the deal you have with arbitrary?
It's not objective.
Because it's self-contradictory. It's almost like cowardice.
How
I
is
don't
it
know how to articulate this correctly, but it's like, at least when it's like I'm standing over like a canyon, right? And I'm not on the ground. I'm over the chasm. And if you're a religious person, you're standing there, and people are like, "Hey, look, there's nothing below you," and you say, "Yes, there is. It's just invisible." But I'm standing on something. Everyone's like, "You're crazy." As opposed to you're in the middle of the chasm standing there somehow. And people are like, "There's nothing there." And you're like, "You're right, there's not. I really should be falling right now." One of those is like stupid cartoon logic, while the other one is like maybe stupid cartoon logic, but also maybe very advanced technology that we can't understand. Like, that's the difference. Like, at least it's not self-contradictory.
Like all that shit. That's the difference I see in our worldviews when we look this way.
Your analogy was like unbelievably more complicated than mine.
It doesn't. I mean that doesn't mean it's incorrect.
But there is no rigging for you. Like, that's the point. You're over.
Well, no. You can make rigging. That's the point of my thing. Is you.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
Sure.
You can make rigging. You were over this pit of just like utter chaos. Like, I would say nihilism, but you say you're a nihilist, but you're not what I'm talking about. So you're over this pit of like utter chaos, and you're saying there's something keeping me up from this pit, but I agree that it's not really there or real. I just believe it.
No,
and the other guy is saying there's something keeping me from this pit, and it is really there and it's real, and that's the difference.
No, it is real. I made it.
But you make doesn't mean
I created it. I made it. That's why I'm still capable.
But your materials don't
That's why when you
exist,
look at me and go, "You don't seem like a
own-"
regular nihilist," is because I made the thing that keeps
You're
me
like a
from
mine.
going into
Because the
pit.
materials don't objectively exist. You just mine
No.
Moral relativism is bad. Here's why. It forces me to admit that the moral status of the Holocaust, the Holodomor, or any other atrocity is not actually worse, that it's a mere matter and difference of opinion. And I'm not prepared to cede that ground. I use inductive reasoning. There is no way I will ever conclude that, like, whether or not the Holocaust was evil is like a matter of opinion. I'm not willing to do that. So that's kind of my start.
I mean, it literally, like, that's the difference is that it literally was like what it was. Somebody had an opinion that one thing should happen, and then it started, and then other people had a different opinion, and that stopped it. Like, it literally was a matter of opinion.
Right.
About
What I'm saying is
right
it's not a mere difference of opinion, a mere difference of opinions that are both equally valid. Excuse me for my lack of precision in my speech. Because I think that there was a difference of opinion, but one of those opinions was wrong.
Well, I don't think. Well, there we go. And then and the awesome start of this conversation is there is no objective right or wrong.
I just don't understand how you can like hold that position in your head. Like, I do not.
There just isn't. That's just not what
human being. And I know that you're a decent guy, so that's why I'm saying I don't understand it. It's hard for me to understand how you'd be willing to cede that ground and saying that if you're in a disagreement with Hitler and you're like, I think the Holocaust is wrong, and Hitler says, I think it's great, and you're just like, oh, well, I guess. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that clip from my call-in show, The War of Ideas. If you did, drop a like and please consider subscribing. If you want to watch the full episode or see any of my other episodes, click the link down below in the description. If you didn't like it, tell me why. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. Our show is named what it is for a reason. If you're interested in seeing some other types of content or exploring the broader Pangburn universe that I'm a part of, click one of the buttons floating around my head here. And as always, I hope to see you all out there engaging in the War of Ideas.